Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I am in my new plant room. We have just made a decision to swap the plant shop round with the plant room, which is in an extension on the house. Just because we're going into winter and the house is warmer. We are very lucky and very blessed that we have an extension on the back. We have turned that into the shop, and now the shop has turned into my plant room. And in this one, guys, what I want to do is I want to show you some of my favourite anthuriums. I've got quite a lot of anthuriums, so I won't go through the whole collection. I'll just show you my favourite ones and why they're tell you why they're my favourite ones as well. We've got some beauties. I haven't been keeping anthuriums for long. Without further ado, let me show you my favourite anthuriums. So I will start with my Anthurium diaci. Now, I have mentioned this in a previous video as being one of my favourite plants in the plant room, and it is. It is my favourite Anthurium from a sentimental point of view. Not necessarily my favourite Anthurium to look at or the one I enjoy the most, but from a sentimental point of view, it's my favourite because it was my first ever Anthurium. And it is the Anthurium dracunculus, which is, again, was for a short while, well, when I say a short while, for a while, quite hard to get hold of in the UK, and you've seen them come back in, we've had them in the shops, you are seeing them more, but I've had this probably now, I think I got this about a year and a half ago maybe, and it's lovely, it's just grown amazing. I won't spend too much time on this one because I did feature it in my last video. If you want to check that video out, guys, I think it was called my 5 favourite plants in the plant room. It probably needs a repot. I have chopped a few leaves off it because I quite like the way it looks like this. It's absolutely stunning. It is flowering. It's just flowered. Not really someone who breeds these things, so I might even chop that flower off if I'm honest with you. But that's the Anthurium dracunculus, definitely one of my favourites. This has got to be on the list. Now, I do have a couple of these. This is an Anthurium silver blush. Honestly, guys, if you're a beginner Anthurium keeper, or you're a beginner plant keeper, or you've actually kept lots of Anthuriums, you should have one of these in your collection. It's a bit more of a forgiving type, but it's as beautiful as any other Anthurium out there. For me, this one is special and one of my favourites, mainly because I do love a silver blush, but also because this is one that I got in the shop to stock to sell. We got about 5 or 6 big ones in and they all went out, but this one came in not very good. It was grade B, probably worse than grade B. It had a little bit of bacteria. Well, when I say a little bit, quite a lot of the leaves had a bacterial problem. A lot of the leaves were damaged, which is typical for Anthuriums, I know, but this one was not in a very good way. So I took it out of the shop and I rehabbed it basically. I put it in some good soil. My soil mix is very much inspired by the beautiful Queen Karen, and she uses a tree fern mix with perlite and pon. So I use that same one for my Anthuriums and begonias, and it has absolutely kicked back in. Now look at the newest leaf. This is the newest leaf and it's stunning. It's quite a full plant, guys. We have had quite a few new leaves back since we chopped it back, and it's stands out in my plant room now as one of the nicest plants in there, in my opinion. And this is what can happen. You can get a plant that's absolutely knackered, basically. You can bring it in, you can cut them back, and then it can produce some lovely, lovely leaves. This is definitely one of my favourite Anthuriums. This one, guys, is, whoa, I tell you what, this one is special to me. Well, when I say special, I love this plant. It's a young plant. I got it not that long ago. It came with just this one leaf and it's produced this beautiful leaf. It is stunning. I have put it in pond, so just to let you know, I know I talked about the tree fern mix before, but I do have some Anthuriums in tree fern mix and some Anthuriums in pond. Look at that. This is very special. The Anthurium King of Spades. It is beautiful and it is now pushing out a new leaf, so we're going to get another leaf from this. Again, this is one that, all right, we talked about the silver blush being your more common type, your more everyday type, a little bit easier. This is a little bit more uncommon or pricey. I think the word's pricey that I'm looking for. It's a bit more spenny than a silver blush, but you got to mix it up, in my opinion. You got to have some spenny ones, some uncommon ones, some common ones. I like to mix it up. I like to have something of everything. But this is the King of Spades, guys. Definitely one of my favourites. Again, another baby, another youngster. This is very special in many ways to me. And this was from our Queen Karen. If you know, you know. Queen Karen is basically someone that is in the community of people that are customers of ours, are people are part of our PLP community. And if you know, you know. And she is a very special lady, and she is an absolute Anthurium queen. This was something that she bred from her own plants. So this is a dark crystallinum cross with a magnificent to think then. And she has bred these from those plants, obviously, and gifted me one. And look at that new leaf there. Isn't that beautiful? My dream plant at the time was a dark crystallinum. So I have now got a couple of these and a couple of crystallinums that Karen gifted me all growing out. But this one, I love this one. I don't know why I love this one more than the others. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Was this the first one? Maybe this is the first one that she gifted me, but it's absolutely stunning. Again, in pon, doing really well, you know. I can't fault him. Great quality from our Karen, and that is the dark crystallinum crossed with the magnificent, and ain't it beautiful? So we have the Delta Force. This came into my care very much. I didn't want it. This was never a plant that I really wanted. But again, like the Silver Blush, I brought some of these in for the shop on request of a few customers. One of them came in again, not very well. This was in a really bad way. This had a proper bacterial. Well, I don't know if it was a bacterial infection or it was just, it had just suffered in transit, or even, you know, guttation had ruined it. But the plant was ruined, so I cut it right back. I cut it right back just to that one leaf there. We cut it back to that one leaf. That's got a little bit of damage on it there, as you can see. But we've had new growth. It's come back to us and it's doing fine. So again, it'll probably stay in the plant room. It'll probably stay with me. It's quite leggy, look. It's quite wobbly, but it's lovely. It's a stunning plant. I'm saying it's in my favourites. I love the look of it. I do love this. I do love this. But I like the fact that we brought it back to life. Sometimes it's nice to I think, cut a plant back. Obviously, I'm someone who used to propagate lots of pothos, so I don't mind cutting a plant back. I don't hesitate. I'll just go chop, chop, chop. And that's what I did with this plant. And look what we have now. It's come back. There is no, it's doing really well. So it's definitely, it's a favourite from that reason. Luxurians, I love them. I love Luxurians. Luxurians are my favourite Anthurium to look at. So from a look at point of view, I love a Luxurians. And I've got 3 of them. I've got 3 pure Luxurians, and I've got probably about 5 Luxurian crosses. But these are the looks. These are 2 of them. This one's in the tree fern mix. This one is in pon. Look at the new leaf. And let me just say this to you, right? Anthuriums in general, there's probably not a nicer plant. Maybe an alocasia red secret, that when they're pushing leaves out, that you get this kind of beauty. Look at that. Just look at that. And then obviously when they're out, this is what they look like. This one, I've had to cut the bottom off this. Humidity problems, guys, you're going to get edges. And in my environment, I do get a little bit of humidity issue. It drops, it rises, it drops, it rises. But look at that. Look at that. How beautiful is that? This one is another one that's so gorgeous. This has been very kind to me. Lots of new leaves. Again, you can see a little bit of the tip in there. But I love a Luxurians, guys. I love a Luxurians. What I love about it is I love the look of the leaves. I love how hard they are. Oh my God, I can't remember what it's called. It's got a name. It's got a name. Someone put it in the comments, but I can't remember. I can't remember it. I love how hard they are, but I love that. And when these get bigger, for anybody that doesn't know, when they get bigger, these leaves are like big shields. Big shields. They're absolutely stunning. But do you know what? Just enjoy that for a little second more till we move on to the next Anthurium, because that is as pretty as it's going to get. Is it, you say the Pierre le Resistance? The Pierre le Resistance. I've got 2 of them as well. So we have got 2 of these. These are the Anthurium Doc Block Michels, and we have 2. This is my original one. Look at these leaves. They're Anthurium, right? They're Anthurium. Anthurium in. Anthurium in. What I mean by that is they are doing what Anthuriums do, and you get new leaves that get damage on. Anthuriums are not perfect. They're not perfect by a long shot, but that's okay because they're still absolutely beautiful. Look at this. Let me show you this. We have literally just had, is that the right one? Let me see. Yeah, we have literally just had these 2 new leaves. Is that the newest leaf? Yes, it is. We have just literally had these two newest leaves popped out on these plants. Isn't that gorge? And anyway, I bought that one from another seller. This was one I've treated myself to from my shop. But the beauty of this one, guys, is there is two plants in this pot. This needs a repot. This is in the muck that it came in. And if you know, you know. This is in the muck it came in. I still need to repot it, but it's doing fine. It's doing fine. Question is, do I put it in pon or do I put it in tree fern? I could put it in tree fern and do my own little experiment, couldn't I? But two Anthurium dot block my shells, absolutely on fire. I love a strap Anthurium. I love a strap Anthurium. Again, this was another one that I have featured in my 5 favourite plants video, but I'm showing you because it's an Anthurium video, isn't it? And if it's my favourite, it's my favourite. I've got to show you again. This is the Anthurium wendlingeri. I have to call it a Wendy. I can never say the name. It's a Wendy. It's an Anthurium Wendy, honestly, guys. I can never say it. But just look at it. I mentioned on the last video, right, that I just repotted this in some tree fern mix. This has never given me a new leaf in probably 3 months. Never given me. It's still not given me a new leaf. But we're very lucky that the plant's a decent size to enjoy. It will give me a leaf when it's ready. I've got to pull back to show you this one. This is the Big Bill. This is the Anthurium Big Bill. I can't even get it on the camera. Look at the size of it. This is something very beautiful. Honestly, I've got to say it. I saw this in a shop last year on the rescue counter or the rescue rack, whatever you want to call it, right? And it was basically, I think it was everything but these two leaves. I went in November, thought, should I get it? Should I get it? I didn't get it. I went back in January and thought, should I get it? I didn't get it. I went back in February and I thought, if it's still there, I'm getting it. It was still there and I bought it. It cost me about 12 quid, 12 English pounds, I think. I brought it home, put it in a bloody good mix. I think it's, I don't know what that mix is, but I know it's a good Anthurium mix. And it kicked out these leaves. Now, there is damage on this leaf because when I moved it down to this room, it ripped on something on the way out. So, I had to ignore that because this is precious. It's called Big Bill, guys. My dad, who is sadly not with us anymore, was called Bill. So it's kind of a representation of my old fella. I'm not sure he would understand that because he never really kept plants, but it is. We've named the dog after him. Well, the dog was named after him 13 years ago when he died, which is Billy as well. So, but yeah, this is the Big Bill. I absolutely love this plant, guys. So I could have sat here for quite a long time talking to you about my Anthuriums because I've got loads and loads and loads and I love them. But those ones in particular, you know, when I went round to do this video, I was like, which ones would I choose? They were the ones. Some of them have got sentimental reasons. Some of them have just got the way they look. Some of them because they're a little bit more uncommon. Some of them because I think people should have them in the what's it called? In the collections. I couldn't think then. I lost, my mind went in their collections like the silver blush. But anyway, guys, I want to say a massive thank you for supporting me on this channel, on this journey, within my business, within my private plants, whatever you want to call it. I appreciate you all so much. Big up the PLP, and I'll see you all on the next one.